Why I don't have a full sleeve of Zoom? What little box? You keep there, good. I know. Go up here to hit full screen. Gotcha. Ooh, do me a favor, Pat. Pull that door. That's why I keep it.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Holly.
How are you, Judge?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you. Reset dates November 17th.
That is correct.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judge Law, and we are going to commence with our state expedited accusation calendar for today, November 3rd at 2 p.m. This is a list of misdemeanor cases in which individuals were recently arrested. As soon as being booked at the Fulton County Jail, the cases have already been formally accused by the Solicitor General's Office of Fulton County. Hence, this would be the defendant's initial appearance before a judicial officer. I will let you know what your accusation number is, what are the charges brought against you, who is going to be your attorney, what is your bond if one needs to be set, and what is your next court date if it's relevant to your particular situation. Ms. Wondergant, you need to break out in position 5. Position 5 is that individual in courtroom 3 by any chance?
I am not sure, possibly courtroom 2.
No, Judge, not in courtroom 3. Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Torrance Hale?
He should be in courtroom 2.
All right. Is that a breakout with the court or a separate breakout with just you and the client?
The court.
Okay, all right.
Your
So
Honor.
we will address position 5 as soon as possible. Yes, Ms. Kim, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I do have a Spanish interpreter case, so I would like to have a separate room just for me and my client, Ruiz Palomares, separately in the breakout room.
And do we have a Spanish interpreter available presently?
Not yet.
Okay, as soon as one appears, please let us know so that we may please place you. And is it Mr. or Miss Ruiz?
Miss.
Miss Ruiz, okay.
She'll be on.
Uh,
Got to send her to Zoom link.
Okay, thank you. All right, as I was saying, I will let you know the information pertaining to your newly accused case, appoint counsel and set a bond, as well as give you a court date if necessary. If you are a defendant charged with one or more misdemeanor offenses, please remember your rights. The first one's the right to remain silent. Anything you say about the facts of your case during the course of this Zoom proceeding, which is not only live streamed but also recorded, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, we have counsel from either the public defenders or conflict defense list who will represent you. Beth Malloy, could you please mute your screen? Or if Mr. Jordan, if you could mute the Betty Malloy case, please. All right. Let's begin with South Annex. Who do we have, please?
We have before you position number 1, Jalen Brown.
All right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Daphne Milton. Jalen Brown is accused of battery domestic violence from November 2nd, 2022, case number 22 CR 007-530J. Ms. Brown, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Wondergant. Any priors, Mr. Toussaint?
Your Honor.
Yes.
I do apologize for interrupting. Attorney McLeod is representing Ms. Brown.
Oh, she is? Okay.
Trying to be let in. She states that she is needs to be let into the hearing.
All right. Let's see. Miss Maureen McLeod, Mr. Jordan or the host, do you see Miss McLeod in the waiting room?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. It says she needs an invite to the.
Oh, she needs the link.
Yes,
All
Your Honor.
right, Mr. Jordan, if you could send the email with the link to this Zoom proceeding to Miss Maureen McLeod. Deputy Milton, we have to hold off on Miss Brown until her attorney is joins us on this Zoom, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Courtroom 3, who do we have?
Position number 2, please.
All right, we have Contasha Claiborne, accused of battery from September 22nd, 2022. Is that Miss Claiborne?
Yes.
Are you Miss Claiborne in courtroom 3?
Yes.
All right, Miss Claiborne, as I was saying, you accused of battery from September 22nd, 2022, case number 22 CR 007-532G. Mr. Tucson, any priors of Miss Claiborne?
No.
All right. Ms. Tortorello, please advise us of the state's recommendation for bond.
Yes, Your Honor, the state recommends for the battery a $4,000 surety bond. No contact with the victim, Ariane Mershon. Her first name is A-R-I-O-N as in Nancy, last name is M as in Mary, E-R-S-H-O-N as in Nancy, and she is present on the Zoom. To stay away from the incident location at 3952 Kingfisher Drive in East Point. 1 day anger management, no drugs or alcohol, no weapons, and no new violations of Georgia law. Your Honor, this incident occurred on September 22nd, 2022 at the incident location. This defendant does pose a significant threat and danger to the victim, Miss Ariane Mershon. The East Point Police Department was dispatched to the incident location in reference to an assault. Upon arrival, the officer spoke to Ms. Mershon, who said she was involved in a physical altercation with her girlfriend, defendant Contasha Claiborne. The defendant started choking Ms. Mershon with one hand, which lasted for about 10 seconds, and also punched her. The officer observed red lacerations around Ms. Mershon's neck, as well as whelps on her arm and blood on her right middle finger. The defendant was eventually arrested, and these events occurred in Fulton County, Georgia. As far as intimidation of the victim and witness here, it's foreseeable due to the facts of this case. Ms. Mershon said the altercation started the day before and ended the following day, which is the incident date and the date of the arrest, where she was able to call the police for help. Defendant also was wishing death upon Ms. Mershon and threatening to hurt her during the assault.
Yeah, so that's the narrative from the police report. I've already read all that. So she's got no priors, but you're seeking a $4,000 surety bond just based on the allegations from the police report and the warrant, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, and the state also is stating the facts on record for bond argument.
Yes, those documents are all on file. They'll be on record, no problem. Okay,
Yes, Your
Ms. Gant, what is the state's defense recommendation?
Thank you, Your Honor. We are requesting a signature bond as this is Ms. Claiborne's first arrest. We are also requesting a no violent contact and that there not be any stayaways put in place. I did have the occasion to speak with Ms. Mershon. She is prepared to address the court. Ms. Contasha Claiborne is 33 years old. She has been in the Atlanta, Georgia area for 4 years. She has family here, including a sister and a cousin. She graduated high school and completed, she has some college and she is enrolling to become a social worker. She is gainfully employed at a local children's hospital, and she also will be taking on a part-time job on Monday. She strongly denies the allegations and she certainly is presumed innocent. And again, for these reasons, Your Honor, with no prior history, she certainly isn't a threat to the victim. My client wants contact, as does the complaining witness. State hasn't put forth any sufficient reasons as to why my client would intimidate Ms. Mershon. Therefore, again, we're asking for a signature bond, a no violent contact order, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whoever is Betty Malloy, please mute your screen. All right. I don't see a Miss Mershon. Am I missing it, or is it under iPhone or?
It's under Ariane, I believe. It has a picture of her. She's wearing a vest, an orange vest.
Oh, Ariane, okay. Miss Ariane Mershon, if you want to address the court, you would need to unmute your screen and start your video.
And Your Honor, just to advise you, she did speak to us. She stated to us that she's no longer in a relationship, that they've never lived together, She is stating that she didn't choke her, but that the defendant mushed her neck. However, the officer did see injuries to her neck, Your Honor.
Understood? All right. Ms. Marchand, good afternoon. My name is Judge Lal. If you want to testify, I need to place you under oath. Would you like to be placed under oath?
Sure.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony provided will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
This is the truth.
Okay. This incident occurred on September 22nd, 2022. The officers apparently appeared, but Ms. Claiborne was not at the scene. Do you know where she was?
I don't.
Did she return after that?
No.
Has she returned since then?
No.
All right. What would you like to tell me?
I just want to speak on behalf of her character. Tasha,
It
to
would
me,
be
she has
an improper thing to do, considering that this kind of information can be used against her in the course of a trial. So the questions you should be addressing is whether you believe she poses a threat to you or whether she does not.
I don't believe she poses a threat to me.
Okay. And is it because this is a first time incident or what particular reason?
Yeah, first time.
Okay. All right, thank you. And then, like you said, she's not returned to the location since then, correct?
No, Your Honor.
And you've not had any other further interaction with her?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Claiborne, generally I just get the benefit of a warrant, but in this particular case, I have the benefit of both the police report and the warrant, which sets forth pretty egregious circumstances. I don't understand what leads two individuals to engage in such a violent altercation, but we could have gone either way. I can either issue a surety bond, and that would most likely keep you in